There is a big challenge facing Africa today. And that challenge is that those who are talented, those who are equipped with innovative ideas and wisdom, doesn't have finances to implement them. Meanwhile, those who are extremely foolish, those who are talented in stupidity, have excess of these finances within their distribution. Why is it so? For us to understand why it is so, we have to first understand the spectrum of human existence that has been mastered by the West before Africans began to copy the culture of the West. The spectrum of human existence. If you come in the spectrum of a human existence, you will see the wise, you will see the foolish, and you will see the mass of followers. And this is calibrated as 10% intentionally wise at one end, 10% intentionally talented, 10% intentionally intelligent with innovative ideas. And then at the other end, you see 10% intentionally stupid and foolish people. And then in the middle, you see 80% mass of the followers. And the society is going to determine where this 80% mass of followers is going to follow. If the 80% mass of followers is incentivized in such a way to follow the foolish, they will follow the foolish. If the 80% mass of the followers is incentivized to follow the wise, they will follow the wise. But when you come to the Western culture practices secrecy of knowledge. And that is why they tell you that the first commandment God gave Adam was, you will not eat the fruit of knowledge. Knowledge is a taboo. Knowledge is hidden. So if you come in their culture, the 10% intentionally talented, intentionally gifted, they create the utilities. They are the scientists. They are the pharmacists. They are the farmers. They are the engineers. They create the utilities and the value, and they secure patent over it, which gives them ownership of this knowledge to be the only people who are producing it. You see them like Elon Musk. These are people who are gifted to an extent of thinking how to take human being outside the space of Earth. Elon Musk is a man who is gifted to an extent of thinking how to end blindness permanently. They are 10% intentionally talented and gifted with wisdom. You see them in terms of Bill Gates. Bill Gates is thinking how to create a Microsoft energy that can trap the human energy for a full day. You see them in terms of Mark Zuckerberg, thinking how to assemble the whole world in one room called Facebook. The spectrum of human existence. The 10% intentionally talented. So they create this value, but they don't want the other 80% mass of follower to come and compete with them. So how do they do it? At the other end, there is 10% intentionally stupid. 10% intentionally talented in stupidity and foolishness. These are the musicians you hear. Flavor, Lil Wayne, Davido, Wizkid. They are the other 10% intentionally stupid and foolish. You see them in terms of the footballers. You see them in terms of the content creators you watch on social media. So what do? They go and empower this 10% intentionally foolish. And they empower them with heavy finances and project them on the media. Because the media controls the mind. Because what you visualize is what you become. So the young 80% mass of followers are automatically pressured by enticement to follow the foolish. Because looking onto the foolish, they behold the foolish every day. And so they admire to be like them. Because just like you are going to today to watch football, a game between 22 men struggling to put a ball at the back of a net. You see the whole world, 40,000 attendants watching it. You are never ever in your life going to watch where Elon Musk is producing microchip. They are never going to show you in this world till you die, where Mark Zuckerberg is showing the algorithm of his Facebook creation. You are never going to watch such in camera. So football is projected for mass of followers to watch the incentivized foolish and then struggle to follow them so that the 10% intentionally wise can create these values and secure patents over it. Follow me. They are the content creators. You hear today that somebody is making people laugh in an economy where we are dying and suffering. Everything is going helter-skelter. And then there is a Sabinus who is making you to laugh in such a condition. And they are going to pay him $30,000 or $100,000 at the end of the month. So there is an enormous motivation for more African youths to struggle to be like him, beholding the foolish and the 80% mass of followers, working strongly to be like the foolish. Therefore, when Africans migrated to go and copy culture, the Africans was not exposed to the culture that actually prepares a place for the 10% intentionally wise to harness their talents for productivity. The thing Africans went and copied is the foolish dimension which has been projected on the media for us. So today, the foolish among us are extremely doing well in finances, and the 10% intentionally wise and stupid is deactivated of finances. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 1 verse 27, it says he chose the foolish things of this world to shame the wise. So the culture of the white man is to empower the foolish so that even the few wise people can start desiring to be like the foolish people. Because when you hear that Burna Boy is going to perform a Champions League final for 5 minutes and they are going to pay Burna Boy $2 million US, there is motivation. You want to be like Burna Boy. Oh boy. There is a young boy called Jerick. Jerick is a young man who held a show in Enugu last year. He called Jerick Hood. I don't know exactly how much the ticket is, but let's say the ticket costs just 2,000 naira per person to buy tickets, just 2,000. And that show recorded 50,000 attendance in Enugu. 50,000 Enugu youths attended Jerick Hood. If you multiply that by 2,000 naira per ticket, that's 100 million naira. Follow me carefully. So what did the youths learn that night? The youths came and learned 1 bar, 2 bar, hefiegi, ina, broke till I get $1 billion. And then he do this. He has become a very enormous motivation to the thousands of unemployed youths, projecting the foolish so the mass of followers can desire to follow the fools. Follow me carefully. Our brother Casey Limpopo heard the good news. And Casey says, So there is this kind of oil today in Enugu land. He flew down immediately to Enugu to go and meet governor. And then begin to negotiate with the governor. He says to governor, you see that stadium you gave Jerick last year? Please, I'm also interested in it. And the governor gave him go-ahead order. So Casey is equally going to assemble his own mass of youth and project to them again. Baby, crazy me. Ah, yeah, I'm going crazy. Another 100 million naira down from the youth. So there is more motivation for people to be like Casey, Limpopo. Fino equally heard the good news and went to Enugu State and go and meet the governor. And Fino negotiated with the governor. The governor gave Fino sometime around November. Jerick have taken December this year. Fino have taken November. Casey Limpopo have taken Easter. Kola Boy we equally take. How many people have been selected to this year in Enugu to project foolishness for the mass of followers? Now, ask me the last time in Enugu where there is a gathering of 40,000 youths in Enugu State to project to them how to manufacture even ordinary sanitary pad that the women are wearing. They all came with phone. When was the last time youths gathered in Enugu to learn how to manufacture even the phone camera? When was the last time we came to Enugu to say, we brought Chinese here to come and teach you people how to manufacture these clothes? The people who are intentionally talented, they are dying out of lack of finances. And the foolish is being empowered. The Bible says he chose the foolish things of this world to shame the wise people. So the assignment was incentivize the foolish. So the 80% mass of followers can be following them. So in Africa, the 10% intentionally talented are deactivated of the limitation, of the exploit. A point came, you see somebody who is very intentionally talented. The boy, I remember when I was in secondary school during independence, 1st October, you will see these boys, they build an plane, they build different kind of thing, and they carry it and come to Opera Square. The governor will say, give them 20,000 naira. Give them 20,000 naira, yes. And that same governor, Sullivan Yana Church, we hold roadblock and pay Fino 1 million naira. Far back as when I was in secondary school, 1 million can build a normal one deck, you know. So when you see they paid Fino 1 million naira for doing roadblock, and they paid the people that build innovations 20,000, you will see you start even natural medical Fino 1 bar 2 bar. Hey, He chose the foolish things of this world to shame the wise. Today, we want to recreate and recreate that Africa where African youth can put their eyes again in productivity. We want to create a society where the mass of followers will now follow the wise. We want to create that society where your children enters internet, Facebook or TikTok, and their eyes will be focused on watching people of innovation and talent, no longer watching Sabinus, a man who makes you to laugh in this kind of situation we are in today. If my child died and somebody is cracking joke to make me laugh, you know that person who is cracking joke is my enemy. That's who Sabinus and Brainjotter and Funny Bros is. That in the kind of circumstance we are in today, somebody is making us to be laughing and be happy. So our eyes can be taken away from our problem. Projecting the foolish so the mass of followers can struggle to be like the fools. We the 10% intentionally talented, we are dwarf. Like people like us have done social media for like more than 3 years now, 3 years plus now. They haven't paid me. They said the thing I'm teaching is against the Facebook policy and TikTok policy and all of that. So we are deactivated of financing, so you cannot further. But assuming I'm there to do hey, you see my ago, or doing all kind of contents to make people laugh, the young boy would have been a multi-millionaire for years now. Join me in African Renaissance. Let's recreate back that society that the mass of followers follows the wise, no longer the foolish. Thank you so much.